Losing her attention isn't usually about one big blow-up. Most of the time, it's quiet. It creeps in over weeks, sometimes months, and by the time a man notices, he's already asking the wrong question. He's asking, "What did I do wrong?" when the real question is, "What did I stop doing?" Today, we're breaking down the real psychology behind why attraction fades in a relationship. And honestly, it's not what most guys assume. It's not about getting older. It's not about getting a beer gut. It's not even about money, not really. Attraction is built on specific behaviors, and when those behaviors quietly disappear, so does the spark. So let's get into it. Here are the real reasons she loses attraction and what actually rebuilds it. Let's start at the beginning, because you need to understand what attraction even is before you can understand why it fades. Attraction isn't a light switch. It's not something a woman just has for you and keeps forever, like a trophy on a shelf. It's a response. It's her nervous system reacting to how you carry yourself, how you treat her, how you treat yourself. And here's the part nobody wants to hear. Attraction has to be maintained. Not performed, not faked, just maintained. The guys who lose it are usually the guys who stopped doing the small things that built it in the first place. Keep that in mind as we go through this list, because you're going to notice a pattern pretty quickly. Number 1, you stopped having your own life. In the beginning, you had hobbies, you had guy friends you actually saw, you had opinions about things that had nothing to do with her. That independence was attractive. It signaled you were a whole person, not someone looking for her to complete you. Then the relationship got comfortable, and slowly, your world shrank down to just her, just the house, just the routine. Here's the thing. Women don't consciously sit there thinking, "He has no life, how unattractive." It's more subtle than that. It just registers as less energy in the room, less to talk about, less pull. You became predictable in a way that isn't charming. It's just flat. Number 2, you stopped noticing her. Not in some dramatic way, but in the small daily way. When you first met, you probably clocked when she changed her hair, when she wore something new, when she seemed off after a rough day. That attention felt good to her. It felt like being seen. Over time, a lot of men get comfortable and just stop looking. Not because they care less, but because life gets busy and autopilot kicks in. She notices the autopilot, though. She feels the difference between being looked at and just being around. At number 3, you started needing her approval more than she needed yours. This one's uncomfortable, so stay with me. Early on, most guys have a certain calm about them. They're interested in her, sure, but they're not anxious about her opinion of every single thing they do. Somewhere along the way, for a lot of men, that flips. You start checking in. You start softening your opinion so she won't get annoyed. You start asking, "Is that okay?" about decisions you used to just make. And look, consideration is good. Nobody's saying be inconsiderate. But there's a difference between consideration and needing her okay to feel steady. Women can sense that shift, and it doesn't read as kindness. It reads as insecurity, even when that's not what you intended. Number 4, the conversations got shallow. This one sneaks up on people. Early in a relationship, you talk about ideas, dreams, weird hypotheticals, things you're curious about. A few years in, a lot of couples slide into logistics-only mode. Who's picking up the kids? What's for dinner? Did you pay that bill? Necessary stuff, sure, but it's not connection. It's coordination. If every conversation is administrative, there's no room left for the kind of talking that reminds her who you actually are underneath the schedule. At number 5, you stopped following through on your word. This isn't about huge betrayals. It's smaller than that, and that's what makes it dangerous. You say you'll fix the thing this weekend and it sits for a month. You say you'll call and you don't. Individually, none of it seems like a big deal. But trust isn't built on grand gestures. It's built on 1,000 small kept promises. And attraction is tangled up with trust more than people realize. It's hard to feel drawn to someone you've quietly stopped being able to rely on, even if you still love them. Here's number 6, and it surprises people. You stop taking care of yourself, and not in the way you think. This isn't really about looks, though that can be part of it. It's about the message self-neglect sends. When a man stops exercising, stops sleeping right, stops doing anything that makes him feel sharp and capable, it shows up in his posture, his energy, the way he carries a room. Women aren't necessarily attracted to a six-pack. They're attracted to a man who takes his own life seriously. When that stops, something in the dynamic shifts, and it's usually not in his favor. We're a third of the way through this list, and if a couple of these already stung a little, good, that means we're onto something real. Because the good news in all of this is that none of these are personality flaws you're stuck with. They're habits, and habits that faded can come back. Let's keep going. At number 7, you started competing instead of collaborating. In the beginning, you were on the same team, figuring things out together. Somewhere along the way, for some couples, small disagreements start turning into contests. Who's more tired? Who does more? Who's right about the thermostat? It's exhausting, and worse, it's the opposite of intimacy. Attraction thrives on partnership, not a scoreboard. If she starts feeling like she's negotiating with an opponent instead of leaning on a teammate, something in her starts to pull back, even if she can't quite name why. Number 8, you stopped being decisive. Now, this one gets misunderstood a lot, so let me be clear. This isn't about being bossy or making every call for her. It's about the everyday stuff. Where to eat, what the plan is for Saturday, whether you're staying or going. A lot of men, trying to be easygoing, fall into, I don't know, whatever you want for basically everything. And sure, once in a while, that's fine. But when it becomes the default, it starts to feel less like flexibility and more like absence. Nobody's asking you to run the relationship. They're just asking you to show up in it, opinions and all. At number 9, the physical affection dried up outside the bedroom. This is a big one, and it's often overlooked. A lot of men think physical connection is something that only matters in one context, but that's backwards. The hand on the small of her back walking through a parking lot, the hug that lasts 2 extra seconds, the kiss goodbye that isn't just a habit, these are the things that keep a baseline of warmth going. When all physical touch gets funneled into one narrow lane, the rest of the relationship starts to feel more like roommates than partners. And attraction doesn't really survive a roommate dynamic for long. Number 10, you stopped growing. Here's the thing about people. We're not static. The version of you she fell for was a man who was going somewhere, learning something, building towards something. If that stalls out entirely, if there's no forward motion in years, it's not that she consciously scores you down for it. It's more that the excitement of watching someone become something fades when there's nothing left to watch. This isn't about chasing a bigger paycheck or a promotion, by the way. Growth can be a hobby, a skill, a fitness goal. Anything that shows life is still in motion. At number 11, you started venting to her instead of talking with her. There's a real difference between the two. Talking with someone is sharing what's going on and staying open to her perspective. Venting is treating her like a Dropbox for stress, with no real back and forth. Every man needs an outlet. That's normal and healthy. But if she's constantly on the receiving end of frustration with nothing else balancing it out, the relationship starts to feel heavy in a specific direction. She becomes your emotional support system instead of your partner, and those aren't the same role, even if they overlap sometimes. Number 12, and this one's subtle. You stopped being curious about her opinions. Early on, you probably asked what she thought about things. Not just, how was your day? But actual questions. What she'd do in a situation, what she believed about something, how she saw a problem you were dealing with. A lot of relationships slide into a pattern where the man talks and the woman listens. Or worse, where nobody's really asking anybody anything anymore. Being asked what you think is a small thing, but it signals respect. When it disappears, so does a certain kind of closeness. At number 13, you let resentment sit instead of addressing it. This one's less about a single mistake and more about a pattern. Something bothers you, and instead of bringing it up like an adult, you let it simmer. Maybe you tell yourself it's not worth the fight. Maybe you're avoiding conflict because it feels easier in the moment. But unspoken resentment doesn't actually go away. It just changes shape. It shows up as short answers, less patience, a general coldness that neither of you can quite point to a cause for. She feels the temperature drop even if she doesn't know why, and that distance chips away at attraction just as much as any argument would. We're 2/3 through now, and I want you to notice something. Almost none of these are about looks, age, or money. They're about behavior, attention, and effort. That's actually good news because behavior is something you can change starting today, not something you're stuck with. Let's finish the list. At number 14, you stopped making her feel like a priority in the moment. This is different from providing for her or taking care of logistics. It's about presence, sitting across from her at dinner while half your attention is on your phone, half listening while she tells you about her day because you're thinking about work. None of that is malicious, and most men doing it would be genuinely surprised to hear it's a problem. But attraction isn't just built on big commitments, it's built on small moments of full attention. When those moments get rare, she starts to feel like an item on your list instead of the person you actually chose. And honestly, that's one of the fastest ways closeness quietly erodes. Not through anything dramatic, just through 1,000 distracted dinners. And at number 15, you stopped surprising her. Predictability isn't the enemy here. Routines are fine. Most stable relationships run on them. But somewhere along the way, some men let every single thing become routine. Same restaurant, same schedule, same conversations on repeat. There's nothing wrong with comfort, but comfort without any spark of the unexpected starts to feel like stagnation. It doesn't have to be some big romantic gesture either. It can be as simple as planning something she didn't ask for or doing something out of character in a good way. Small breaks from the pattern remind her there's still more to discover in you, and that sense of discovery is a huge part of what attraction actually runs on. So here's the real reason she loses attraction, and it's not what most guys think. It's not one big thing. It's not a single mistake or a bad night or getting older. It's the slow accumulation of small absences, less attention, less growth, less effort, less presence, until one day the spark that used to be there just isn't showing up the way it used to. And here's the part that should actually give you some hope, because none of what we just went through is fixed. Not one item on this list is a personality flaw carved in stone. They're all just habits. Habits that faded because life got busy, because comfort took over, because nobody told you these were the things that mattered. And habits, unlike personality, can be rebuilt starting today. The men who turn this around aren't the ones who buy some grand gesture or plan one big weekend away and call it fixed. They're the ones who go back to basics, paying attention again, following through again, staying curious about her, taking care of themselves, showing up fully instead of half present. It's not glamorous, it's not a quick fix, but it works because it's the same stuff that built the attraction in the first place. You don't need a new personality, you need your old habits back. So let's recap real quick. It's stopping your own growth, stopping noticing her, needing her approval too much, letting conversations go shallow, breaking small promises, neglecting yourself, competing instead of teaming up, going quiet on decisions, letting physical affection dry up outside the bedroom, venting instead of talking, losing curiosity about her mind, sitting on resentment instead of addressing it, being distracted instead of present, and letting everything become so routine there's nothing left to discover. Now here's my question for you. Out of everything we just went through, which one hit closest to home? Be honest with yourself. Nobody's grading you here. This is just between you and the list. Drop it in the comments. I read every single one, and honestly, a lot of guys find it helps just to say it out loud. If this video gave you something to think about, do me a favor and hit subscribe, because we've got a lot more of this coming. Real psychology, no fluff, nothing hypey, just what actually works. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.